Salutations, friends. It's your pal, said Stevie, and, well, as you can tell by the looks of it, I'm gonna be out doing some rambling from the woods while I hike Lake 22, destination I've been wanting to hit for a while. Here's a little information about it if you guys want to pause and read. But this morning, or it's the morning after Jesus' birthday. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas if that's something that you celebrate. And as has become a tradition for me for the past, 4 or 5 years, I definitely go out and about the day after Christmas. I always have a little extended time off. This time I have a couple weeks off, actually. And this is a location I've been wanting to get to for quite some time. Trailhead damage. The trail was damaged in the December. Okay, I did hear about that, but then I've seen people post over the last couple days that they were able to get in and out, no problem. So, but this is a spot that I've been wanting to get to for quite some time. Out in the Mount Baker Snoqualmie National Forest here in the good old Pacific Northwest. And it is a 5.4 round trip, 5.4 mile round trip hike, an elevation change of about 1,500 feet. We get up to about 2,500 feet. So, yeah, read all about this place. This is a very touristy spot. Hopefully there won't be too many people out here today. There's only one car so far. And yeah, just have some time out here by myself. There's a glimpse at some of the falls I think that we will be making our way around to. But I think we will encounter some snow. Hopefully we're going to stay dry. I am going to stay dry. It's not supposed to rain. It's been raining, but it's not supposed to rain for a while, so we shall see. Just remembered I wanted to start my stopwatch just to see how long this actually does take me. But time check, it is 8:03 a.m. on Tuesday the 26th. Sunlight has been up for about 20 minutes. I was actually out here about an hour early, and it was just a little too dark, and I didn't feel like hitting the trail until there's a little bit more light. Here we are. So this has been closed. Lake 22 has been closed a couple times because of washouts of the trail and whatnot, and they've had to do all sorts of work on it. But we should be okay. Starting out, got a little ruggedness. This isn't anything bad at all. Pretty out here already. Lots of rains. We've had lots of flooding already this season. So anything that's going to be wet, that would be wet, will be wet. So. Oh, I didn't realize the trail gets that close to the road over here. That's the Mountain Loop Highway right there. So there was only one car in the parking lots when I came back here. I drove up the road a little ways. Oh, look at that. The stairs have washed out. But that's no biggie. One car in the parking lots now. So I'm sure I will see someone else up here while on my way up, maybe. But luckily, got this place to ourselves for the most part right now. I paused so I could cross this without having to worry about the camera. On the other side of it now. I have a feeling there's going to be quite a few spots like that. Again, not too bad at all. And I have already made sure I am prepared a little bit, in the sense that I got extra socks with me just in case my tootsies do get wet. Joe even reminded me, and I always keep an extra pair in my backpack anyway, because I hate wet tootsies. I don't like it when my feet get wet. So, but I wear good waterproof hiking shoes, so that shouldn't. I do have to focus on the terrain underneath me, because I don't want to slip and fall because I'm being a careless idiot. So I'm actually going to put the camera away until the trail levels out. I do have to focus on the terrain underneath me, because I don't want to slip and fall because I'm being a careless idiot. So I'm actually going to put the camera away until the trail levels out. This is definitely a much different type of hike that I've done. Having to cross stuff that's more than just a flat walking trail. This is not considered a difficult trail to hike at all. Very moderate, although a lot of this is uphill to start. That means the way back down will be easier, which is always nice. I don't mind being fresh on the start, going upwards. And, you know, I said I've been wanting to do this hike for a while. I probably haven't really been ready for something like this until now. It's going on, let's see, since really September, October, November, about 4 months now. I've been steadily walking. Started out doing about a mile a day right when I got out of the hospital. Stepped it up to 2 miles, and now I do 3 miles every day, and I'm able to jog that entire 3 miles even sometimes now. So although far from being in shape, I think I definitely physically anyway much more prepared to do a longer hike like this. So yeah, today is going to be fun. This will probably end up being pretty long. Some of my ramblings have only been 10-15 minutes. Some of them have been an hour plus. This one will probably end up being an hour plus, just because it's such a long hike and there's going to be a lot to see. But no snow right now, but photos that I saw posted on Instagram, I just searched for people tagging Lake 22 as the location. I didn't see anything from the 25th yesterday, but I saw stuff from the 24th, and there's snow out at the lake. So I don't think it's fresh snow, We got an initial early snowfall, but it's been warming up and raining more over the last couple weeks, and so I think the snow is definitely manageable as we get it. As I mentioned, it is the day after Christmas. The last 3, 4, 5 years, we've had snow that you don't really have to drive to in Western Washington, in the parts where I live in the Puget Sound, but not so much this year. We thought we were going to get a bunch based on the early fall in the Cascades, but it just didn't happen. So I want to see some snow and play in some snow during my time off, so I shall seek the snow. They have already closed the northeastern part of the Mountain Loop Highway. You can't get up to the Big Four ice caves right now, so I won't be facing the final boss, Billy Banks, until probably March, I think, is when they'll open the road back up. So, but there was no snow, but there's a big gate that goes across the road that's already shut. I mean, you can definitely park down there and I guess make the 2 to 3 mile hike to the ice caves. So I don't know, maybe I will face the final boss. Also, I'd like to go out looking for Carl one more time before it gets too rugged. I know he's out there. Wherever you're at, Carl, I will find you. Don't worry. Shout out to Carl. I don't think I'm going to be very good at recording while I do this. There's just too much cool shit to be taking in. And I don't want to live it all behind the camera, you know? That's the trail I just came up. It's been like that for a little while. I'm not keeping up a tremendous pace, but I'm also not turtle pacing it either. And I'm definitely already working up a nice sweat, which is definitely one of the things I want to accomplish while doing this hike. Also treating it as some exercise. Been getting at minimum low-level cardio in every day except for 2. I did slack a couple days when the weather was just so garbage to go outside. I used that as my excuse not to go out and walk. But every day for those couple, for the last 4 months, you know, you feel good doing it. So that's what's cool about these hikes for sure, is not only are they fun, but I'm also getting some workout in. And that's a double bonus. It's gotten louder. That's because you got some falls right here. Maybe on my way back down the trail, I'll head down there. But shall press on for now. Getting a little bit steeper. Where we just were. Yeah, I guess you're along with me. So it's the royal we. Or not just the royal we, it's us. Coming up from that way. A lot of these markers, I think this is where a lot of the damage to the trail had been. There was a big washout, big slide that happened just a couple years ago that shut the main part of this trail down. And you had to you could still get out there, but you had to go up and over a bunch of debris. And I think that this might have been that location, because looks like there's somewhat of a trail that's been made over that way. I think that was a temporary trail. Definitely a whole different experience when you're traveling upwards over terrain that's not flat. Surprise, surprise. I mean, surprise, not surprised. But definitely, I'm glad I didn't attempt this, 4 months ago when I first wanted to, simply because I don't think I would have made it. Knowing the shape that I was in, I wouldn't have made it up this far. Again, it's not anything treacherous by any means, but you're going to feel the burn somewhat. And I was in horrible shape. Cool root structure. This tree. So, yeah, I'm glad that I waited, I guess, to come out here. Also, trying to do this out of shape in the summertime when it's all hot and mosquitoes are all horrible. Ugh, I would have been miserable. As I said, now I'm having fun doing this while getting a workout. Ooh, chipmunk. Probably won't see it at all, but there's not a ton of wildlife out here. Definitely lots of squirrels, lots of chipmunks. Probably the occasional black bear. Still no bear mace. But you don't encounter a lot of wildlife out this way. So, well, look what's coming up ahead of me. Lots and lots and lots of stairs. So, I don't know if I can focus in that far. They definitely go way up there. That looks like at least 100 yards or so. I'm horrible at guesstimating distance though, so camera away, gonna trudge for a while. No sooner did I get done hiking up my britches from taking a leak that I passed or got snuck up on by some fellow hikers. They scared the shit out of me. I just turned around and heard the footsteps behind me, and it startled me. Startled me good. They laughed. The older I get, the easier I am to startle, for sure. I feel like when I was younger, nothing, like, I'd hear something and I'd simply just turn around. Now, I instantly think, oh shit, something's about to attack me, and it startles the shit out of me. What's up with that? Aren't I supposed to get shroom? Aren't I supposed to get more rugged the older I get? Not turn into more of a wuss? I'm digressing, not progressing in my wussdom. It's definitely getting noticeably colder the farther up the trail I get here. If I had to guess, it's probably 40 degrees. I think that's what it was when I got out of my truck. So it might be a couple degrees cooler. Definitely not freezing cold yet, but it's chilly. I did bring my new gloves that I got in case, but my hands aren't cold at all. Staying warm in this Carhartt Lynch Northwest hoodie. This is my go-to hoodie. I got this probably around this time last year, and hold on, wet my whistle. I mean, take a bath. Just spilt all over myself. But yeah, I wear this hoodie a lot, and nice quality. The graphics have held up through the washing. Wash them inside out, you know. But shout out to Lynch Northwest. Shout out to Casey Lynch and Thomas and everybody over there. Congrats on their new move to their new shop. Definitely going to be heading over there to visit them here pretty soon. But yeah, didn't expect it. Even though we're supposed to encounter snow up here, I don't expect to be freezing cold. So, you know, just jeans and hoodie with a t-shirt and gloves in case I need them. So I never really know who's going to end up watching these videos. I have a feeling it's, you know, a handful of people that are active with said Stevie. But I do get occasional comments from people that just stumble upon my videos. And I would say this isn't so much an informational video about the trail, but if you are watching and Lake 22 is something that you're going to come out and hike, I definitely recommend making sure, at minimum, especially this time of year, you got some good waterproof boots, hiking shoes. Already, I'm super glad that I have those because my feet would already be wet. That's looking back behind me. Lots of stairs like that in between have been filled with a good couple inches of water. And I'm sure if you tiptoe lightly, you can get through it, but not having to worry about trudging through a puddle is definitely good, because right now we're probably about halfway up. So you encounter lots of wet spots. This definitely looks to be the steepest part of the trail so far. This might be part of where the trail washed out a little bit as well, because that definitely looks like a slide area. Some more waterfalls. Probably been about 30 minutes or so since I've recorded anything, and opened up out of the canopy, more out in the open now. Start seeing some of the mountains in the background, but check out how the trail has gotten. So it's definitely a lot more rugged. This is not just an easy trail. Definitely got to be careful. And it's been like this for quite some time now. I mean, not horrible, I guess, but definitely slowing me down. But I think we're very close to being towards the lake, which is the end of the hike. Outside of slowing down to take some photos and video, drain the weasel, I haven't really stopped at all. just kept pushing forward. So that's what I'm gonna keep doing, but got a long ways to go still. Sure is pretty out today. Let it snow. Let it snow. Finally found the snow. Gotten up here in elevation quite a bit. Definitely feel it. Ugh. As I stumble my way across the little brook. But here is the snow. It's definitely melting off. But we got it. See a fair amount of it up here in certain spots. I think we're getting close to the lake. Probably about another 10 minutes. Hopefully I don't bust my ass on this slick ass ice snow, but I have officially made it to Lake 22. A couple other people out here. But this is the end of the destination. This is why people come out here. The lake is partially frozen over. Very clear. There's a trail that basically goes all the way around it, or mostly around it. You're supposed to stay away from that side. But this is very, very slick snow, and I don't have trekking poles like I should. So I don't know if I'm going to continue on. I'll go across the bridge here in a minute, but I don't know how good this stuff really is to walk on. I guess once I get up here, it's melted off a little bit. I can walk along the edge. Standing on shaky ground too close to the edge. Let's see if I know the ledge. Or too close to the ledge. Let's see if I know the edge. Shout out to the movie Juice. It's absolutely gorgeous out there. All right. I don't know how far up that trail goes. I'm sure it continues around for a little bit, but I'm gonna head back. Woo-hoo-hoo, it's slick. It's slick. I'm going to. That's another thing with trying to film out here is you get to a certain point, and every step has to be purposeful, and there's really no margin for error on a lot of the trail. You slip, you're fucked. So I'm gonna try to find a little chill spot though and hang out for a little bit. Finally found me a nice little spot to chill. That's what I'm out looking at. The bridge that I was on is right there. Hop down, just sitting kind of right in the lake bed right here. But whew, I will be honest with you folks. I underestimated how hard that was going to be. That was not easy. The first, I don't know, third of the trail is no problem. It's, upwards. It's uphill, but not bad. Fairly well maintained. And then it got to a point where I wasn't sure if I was on the trail anymore. Clearly, I did not read as much as I should have about the trail up here. There were a couple of times that gets pretty sketchy, and I should have trekking poles, or at least a trekking pole for sure, just to help keep my footing and my balance. I'm klutzy, and it's very uneven terrain, so my ankles are definitely it's taking a toll on my ankles as well. I got some people coming up here. I'm gonna pause for a second. I don't know where I left off. Let's see. It's 10:48. So it's been a couple hours, 2.5 hours since I left the truck. I've been chilling for quite a bit, but um, there's waves of people coming in and out of here now. So I don't know how long I'll be able to chill, but I think I was starting to say this is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. There's no way I could have done this 4 months ago. Really proud of myself for making it up here. It was definitely a struggle. I wanted to quit a couple times. But I didn't stop. I kept going on. Holy shit. Why is pride a sin? It feels really good. I'm proud of myself. I haven't accomplished anything like this in a while. It feels really good. Enough to get me all choked up. Yeah, there's definitely a couple of times I wanted to quit. It was really tough. It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, but I didn't want to quit. Thought about it, but I didn't want to. The old me would have quit. Definitely. The old me wouldn't have made it up half that way at all. Oh, this guy's creeping. He's coming back for the third time. Yeah, I definitely wanted to quit a couple times, but I didn't. I barely even slowed down. There's a couple of spots that were definitely tricky. And I think I mentioned my ankles definitely aren't feeling well. I've already cinched up my shoes as good as they can go. I think I need some boots for a little bit better ankle support. I'm going to be doing trails like this. But it was definitely more treacherous than I thought it was going to be. And it probably said that, and I probably just skipped over reading that. Oh well. It's been a lot of fun. Challenging fun. So I'm just going to hang out here for a little bit longer. Pretty. I'd like to come back out here and there's even more snow. The lake's completely frozen over. I think that'd be a good time. But that would definitely have to be a trip that has someone with me. I'd feel a lot more comfortable having a couple people with me. Exciting doing it on your own, but definitely there's a couple of spots that I'd like to try to go slightly off trail that I just didn't think it was a good idea to do so all by my lonesome. Every missing hiker story that I listen to involves finding a body off a trail, and they go, we don't know why they would have veered off a trail, especially being out there alone. So, yeah. But there are definitely some treacherous spots that I'll try to capture going back down. It's going to be a bitch going back down. But yeah, coming up here when there's even more snow would be fun, but I don't know how the heck you make it through. How people do that. You got to be way more experienced. And I am definitely not an experienced hiker whatsoever. Whatsoever. No stretch of the imagination. I definitely need to pay more attention. Again, most of the stuff that I do is just, like low ground stuff. Nothing strenuous whatsoever. This, not to sound like a broken record, but this is a legit hike. I was crawling in a couple spots. This is, yeah, need more gear for this. Need to be a little bit better prepared next time. But yeah, I didn't expect to get that emotional, but feels really good. Feels really good. I'm going to be sore as fuck, no doubt about it. But feels really good being up here and just making it around the corner there. Seeing that as the payoff is pretty sweet. Not too shabby if you ask me. I packed fairly light today. I thought about maybe doing my favorite gear of the year video while I was out here, but nah. I do got all my favorite gear with me. I didn't, not everything, but a lot. In pocket right now. Edge Blade Works P&W. That's my main carry for today. I also got what else do I got on me actually? What did I bring in the pockets? Oh, that's right. Probably my most carried knife of the year. My McNeese Mac 2 3.5, which I just learned Mac stands for Machine Assisted Custom. I did not know that before. Sporting my new Lynch Northwest deep carry clip. And then I'm also carrying my most carried fixie of the year, in the latter half of the year. A Keith the Knife Freak custom Skinner, and my Lancelot leather slip. That is also a Lynch Northwest clip on it. And I just put a chromatic EDC micarta mushroom bead for the lanyard. I don't know how to tie a lanyard. I took some leather off of an old Lancelot leather slip that I had and put it on here, but that's the fixie that I've been carrying for quite some time. It's AEBL steel, mahogany handles. Love this little thing. His other blade is something I've carried a lot. I also carried my Mastranza blades, fixed blade, quite a bit. Been carrying a fixie on me pretty much every day since Blade Show in June. That's when I got my first fixie, my first fixed blade clip slip from Joe, and game changer. I've been carrying a fixed blade on me ever since. So definitely gear helps, with your carry, your EDC. Those are the 3 blades I got on me. I brought some others in a knife case. My Ferrum Forge Aluruses are definitely 2 knives that I carried the shit out of. I got my Edgy Blade Works tipper. I don't remember what else. But yeah, I'm not going to hit stop. I'm not going to get into my gear video like I thought. I'm going to chill for a little bit more. Then I'm going to start making my way back down. And I'll try to record some. I don't know how much footage I've recorded so far. I don't know if I'm an hour into footage or what. As I said, this one could be a long one, but yeah. The emotion's still there, by the way. I'm keeping it at bay as I'm talking. I'm talking more to try to distract myself from it. But it's still there, the emotion of just, again, a sense of accomplishment. And it's something small. 2.7 mile hike. Got another 2.7 mile down. I walk 3 miles every day. It ain't that big of a deal. But being out here, knowing that just 4 months ago, I've been wanting to come out here for quite some time. There's a lot that I've wanted to do over the last couple of years. More than that. It's been over a decade that I haven't been able to do a lot of stuff. And being on, taking my health seriously and knowing with some hard work, this is the type of stuff I could be out doing. Missed out on a lot. I've taken stuff like this that's in my backyard for granted for so long. Do drive-bys, do the low-level stuff. To come out and do stuff like this feels good, man. Definitely feels real good. Like I said, a sense of accomplishment, and I'm zoned out a little bit. So I don't have all the words. I got so much running through my head right now. So I'm going to collect myself. I am going to hang out for just a little bit more. Then I'm going to make my trek back down. So the trek back down starts. So a creek runs. This is what I think feeds all the falls that you see on the way up here. But the lake is behind me. Heading back down. Probably gonna take a couple more hours. I'm just not gonna push it. And yeah, it's gonna be a little slick going back down. See how I do. I think I should do it. But yeah, walking over compacted, frozen over snow is definitely difficult. And maybe next time having some, they called yak tracks or something, I think. Some spikes to slip over my boots, my shoes. Definitely a trekking pole would not be a bad idea if I'm going to come back up here again during the snow while it's snowy out. But yep, anywho, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Definitely coming out here and starting early is the way to go. After being up here for 3-ish or so hours, lots of people on their way up. Probably passed about 15 people or so already. So the trail is not wide enough to walk double side by side. It's single file pretty much, so you definitely got to yield. So I've heard that during the summertime this is one of the top hikes in Washington State, let alone the Pacific Northwest. In the summertime, I can only imagine how gorgeous, or the springtime even, how gorgeous it is. But it gets really, really busy. I mean, here comes another 5-6 people or so right now. Yeah, already lots of people on the way back up. So, or on my way down, lots of people on the way up. But see, it's little spots like this. I really wish I had some little spikes in a trekking pole, just because that's slick. I don't want to fall in the drink. So camera away so the trail is like this for 2/3 of the way. And this is the calmer part of it. But there's just not, the gravel path that we had on the way up here, really. So, again, it's a little bit easier going back down. But, you know, it's not just, it's more purposeful walking. Got to pay attention to what you're doing, which I am not doing the greatest job of right now. But, yeah, I'm going to be sore as fuck. You got this little bit here. I was happy to see this on the way up. I'm going to take the low road here. Because coming up here, we got a good, excuse me, a good long stretch of nothing but rock terrain. So this is what the trail's like for the next little while. We went back up we were up in the canopy there for a while, and now we are out of the canopy, and this gets just, it's this trail like this for, I don't know, a good 1.5 miles, I think, is what I looked at on the way up here. But it's a lot more clear than it was this a couple hours ago when I was making my way up. But it's definitely easier coming back down, as I've probably said a couple times. But my ankles are killing me. I'm gonna be sore as fuck. Good look at the Stillaguamish River right down there. I am looking northwest into the Cascades. The ocean is that way. North is that way. That's Canada up that way. So yeah, you can see how that's the trail. So you're always stepping on, you know, it's rare that you're stepping on a flat spot. I'm trying not to complain. Don't get me wrong. It's not horrible, but definitely this is not what I was expecting. Doing okay, but I was thinking it would be more of a gravel trail all the way up for some reason. Don't know why. I'm gonna have to go back through and actually read the description of the trail, because I definitely glossed over some shit if it says this. Wouldn't be surprised. I normally do gloss over shit. But this is where at one point, I think this is where, I wasn't sure, is it here or maybe it's just a little bit further down. I wasn't sure if the trail like kept going that way, but then I heard people up this way, and also at one point I let people pass me because I've never been up here, and they said those were the people that were at the lake when I got up there. They said they had been up here before, so I was like, well, I'll kind of just follow them. It was right about here, I remember, when I first felt like I wanted to quit on the way up. I was just getting so freaking exhausted. But persevered, told myself quitting was not an option, and kept it going, and I'm so glad I did. But yeah, this part up into right about here, I thought I was, you know, hanging in there pretty good, and that's when I could just start feeling it. And yeah, that's when those thoughts start to enter your head. But yeah, look at this. This is not what I was expecting to have to navigate. I'm sure it does say be prepared. But, true Stevie form, he was not prepared. Maybe for the best. Might have psyched myself out and told myself, go find another spot. So in a sense, I'm glad I wasn't prepared. Now we're back to the part of the trail that is definitely a lot easier to walk along. It's the last little part back into the canopy. Seems like when you go into the interior, the canopy here, the trail is more flat, maintained. It's up through that area it's not. So yay. I think I'm about halfway down. So that ended up being a little over 5.5 hours. About 6.2 miles is what my step counter said. It was like 16,000 something steps. I have not been this completely exhausted in I don't know how long. I thought that the trek down was going to be easier. No. Not at all. Little sustenance. How the frick do you say it? Sustenance. Bone broth. Not as warm as I'd like it to be, but shout out to Papa and Mama Rano for that tumbler. The parking lot is full. I probably passed 50 people on my way down while they were coming up. So I'm definitely glad I came out here when I did. But yeah, stick a fork in me. I'm done. It's 1:40 p.m. I'm going to go home and I am going to take a hot shower and then I am going to probably take a nap. But as exhausted as I am, I feel really good. Got a little emotional up there. The emotion turned into just an awesome feeling. It's hold on. People do not give a shit that I'm recording and they're being loud. How dare they? But the emotion of just being up there and wanting to quit and not, and then the payoff out there was so it really got me. I'd have to go back and watch it. Maybe I'll see it when I'm editing. I think I cried a little bit, got choked up. All that emotion on my way back down turned to excitement, and I'm just so stoked that I knocked this one out. Lake 22, check that shit off. And yeah, again, 10 times harder than I thought it was going to be. I totally downplayed it. I got a long way to go if I want to do anything more strenuous than this. 6 miles. I can walk 6 miles, no problemo. I think walking around Blade Show ends up being like 7 miles in a day, if I remember right. But that type of terrain, no way. My ankles, my feet are so fucking sore right now. My back's killing me. My neck's killing me. And it feels amazing. So, yeah, I'm not going to rush to get this out. I got a lot of editing to do. I don't know, lots of clips to put together while I edit. But I appreciate you all hanging out along for the journey with me. I'll have in the description more information on Lake 22 if you want to check it out. It's an awesome, beautiful area here. And yeah, but that's all I got for you mofos. And until the next one, I do bid you mofos. Deuces. Bye-bye.